Welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Rodolph Okonkwo. It's been called a provocative letter. It's been called a love letter. It's been called a satanic letter. Whatever name you call it, the 18-page letter sent to President Goodluck Jonathan by former President Olusegun Obasanjo has been causing uproar across Nigeria's political arena. To help us understand the implications of this letter, we have Sheik Ahmed Gumi, the outspoken cleric based in Kaduna, joining us via Skype. Sheik Gumi, welcome to Sahara TV.
It's a pleasure.
Now, let me start with a statement that you issued today. In the statement, you said that for Nigerians to be safe, that President Goodluck Jonathan has three options. He either resigns or becomes impeached or is humiliated in a general election. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the first one.
That he should resign?
He should resign from his position for moral reasons.
Now, let's start with the letter that Obasanjo wrote. Were you surprised to read such a letter from Obasanjo?
No, I'm not surprised to read it from Obasanjo for many reasons. But I have understood the mind of the general, why he did what he was doing before. He was trying to, by his own endeavor, he was trying to unite Nigerians, but he's uniting Nigerians in the wrong way. He's trying to say Nigeria is for all Nigerians, which is true. Every tribe, every religion, every section of the Nigeria has rights. Yes, they have right to rule Nigeria, which is good. But you do it amicably, without rigging elections, without imposing people on that. Let it be natural, a natural flow. So his intention why he brought this man was to try to show a Ijaw man, even though you're a minority of minorities, you can still be a president of Nigeria. That was his intention. The intention of Obasanjo, who fought the Biafran War, the war of secession from Nigeria, his intention was never to bring somebody to break Nigeria. And from the people who have worked with Obasanjo, from the distance, I thought Obasanjo is, and from people who have been very close to him, I understood that it's a person who doesn't like injustice, from the few people that spoke to me. So when he saw that this government is drailing away drastically from the ambitions of uniting Nigerians, when the government itself is the source of discord, the source of division, the source of bloodshed, the general has no option but to come out and wash his hand from the innocent blood of people that are spilled in this country. So I respect him for that, and I thank him very much for doing that.
So you think that this letter has the power to change the trajectory of the Nigerian political scene? No,
it not only has the power, it has already changed. Because if it didn't change, you wouldn't be talking to me from New York like that. It has changed Nigeria completely. I don't think anybody can stand up now and say he will campaign for Jonathan. It's finished. So the best way for him is to resign. So that everybody will be peace. Now, if there is bloodshed, he's the cause.
Now, based on what the aides, people around Jonathan are saying, they are now preparing to resign. Do you think that there should be move to impeach him, which is your next option for him? And who should lead that?
They said, look, when people or a great percentage of Nigerian people are afraid of the president himself, afraid, yes, they can be targets. When they are afraid of him, people don't have confidence. People are afraid of their lives. In such a case, any honorable person will do is to resign. But if he cannot resign, then the assembly should take steps. One, to investigate these allegations, which are very, very serious. Investigate them.
Yeah, because...
Then,
go ahead.
Then impeach. Just a day before, the Speaker of the House of Representatives alleges that the president is doing nothing. How can an assembly investigate a case of fraud by one minister and convict the minister, yet the president taking no action about that?
Now, let me ask you, because you mentioned the allegations, and there were many, and most people are saying, do you have the confidence that the former President Obasanjo can substantiate the allegations?
No, he's a man who doesn't speak like that. A commander-in-chief of Nigerian armed forces, a military man who fought civil war, is saying the man is working to disintegrate Nigeria, to destroy Nigeria. This is a big allegation. Nigeria is a red line for everybody. No, we are not servants or slaves of anybody. We are citizens of this nation, and we have to sit down and see whoever is trying to destroy this nation should be dealt with. And there are many systemic ways of dealing with him. The allegation that he's trying to destroy Nigeria, every single Nigerian knows that. Everybody knows that. But people are afraid. Don't you see what happened in North Korea? Second in command was summarily killed. That kind of totalitarian regime. This is what we are approaching in Nigeria. Everybody's afraid to speak. And if you can read the general's letter, he was even afraid that he can be on the hit list.
Yeah, he mentioned that there are 1,000 people on the political watch list. Are you on that list?
I'm not political, but I speak politics, so I can be.
Now, let me ask you, what are the things that are happening now under President Jonathan that did not happen under President Obasanjo? Because people are saying that there are not much difference in what has been going on in the last 4 years or so than what happened under President Obasanjo.
There was corruption during Obasanjo, yes. There was marginalization of a section of the country, yes, there's everything. But Obasanjo was not doing that to divide Nigeria. He was not doing that to divide Nigeria.
Why was he doing it? Why was he doing it?
Himself, his friends, and some regions is empowering them, but not destroying Nigeria. Obasanjo has from every walk of life in Nigeria people with him. But this is not the case now. This is just a tiny minority in Nigeria trying to control everything.
Now, in the letter, Obasanjo wrote that any PDP member in elective office today is my political son. Now, is this a case of a father scolding his son? And if Jonathan was put in place there by Obasanjo, could you say that this is a failure of Obasanjo's own imagination? Because he should have known the person he was sponsoring to be the vice president and ended up being the president.
No. This is a bad logic, because human being, even your own son, you cannot control him when he's in charge. Don't you look at human beings? God created us, put us on earth as his representatives on earth, human being. But what are we doing? Do we blame God for putting us on earth? No. You can put somebody on the seat of the president or the governor or anything, but it doesn't mean he will do exactly what you want. Look at North Korea. The incident in North Korea is very shocking. A young boy given power, absolute power, then he's killing his own uncle. Now, his father, yes.
Now, let's.
So you don't blame Obasanjo for what Jonathan is doing, but we will blame Obasanjo if he keeps quiet. But now, as he has spoken, has written, and exposed the letter for everybody to see, I can say Obasanjo has washed his hands from the blood of innocent people that will follow later. He has done his best.
Now, people are saying also, why won't people who do not support Jonathan or like him, why wouldn't they wait and make sure he's defeated in an election? Why are they making it look as if he's too big to be defeated, that they have to find an extra way to take him out from that position?
No, you see, the machinery he puts in place now, people are killed, kidnapped, all sorts of things. You can remember when General Azazi died, and the governor of Kaduna State, Yakuwa, died, you can remember what I said about that? Since when Yakuwa died in Kaduna State, up to today, since when he died, not one single bomb was exploded in Kaduna.
So what does that mean?
What it means, there is some secret clandestine operations going on using some members of the armed forces to destabilize the nation, because the president comes from a group of people that are agitating for secession from Nigeria. So it doesn't matter to them. He either continues to be the president or the nation disintegrates. He doesn't mind. So in such a situation, we cannot wait till 2015 in this kind of situation of fear. So the best for him is to resign. If he cannot resign, the assembly should look into ways of correcting this malady. If the assembly too is so corrupt, as they are, we know, and cannot do it, then we patiently wait till 2015. For those of us who will be alive by then they will know how to humiliate him in an election.
Now, there was this allegation that he's training snipers to start killing people. Do you believe that? Do you have any reason to believe that?
Before I had the allegations, just from my mental work in Nigeria since when I came January here, I know that, and I've said it severally in different media, that this bomb blast you have in Kaduna, Kano, and all these things is done by some security agents in Nigerian security outfit. Because you cannot be passing through roadblocks with ammunition, with bombs and car like that, except if you have the security card to be passing through. So he has planted. Then you can ask me, why does he want to cause commotion? It's very simple. It's very simple. Boko Haram are people from the northeastern part of Nigeria, northeastern part of Nigeria. And if you can remember, or if you can even hear their language, you know that they are from northern eastern part. If they want to fight the president, because he's a Southerner or a Christian, they will go to southern states and Christian states to fight him there. They will not be exploding bombs in their own towns. Let's be intelligent. We are not all fools here. So, but you see, in a short time, when men decided to put down their weapons after the Abuja 2012 explosion, in which they claim responsibility, they piped down, then we started seeing explosion all over the northern states, from Sokoto, Maiduguri, Kano, all over northern states, every state. And some of this explosion, even the vehicles were traced to be owned by some Christians, which shows to confirm to us that this is not Boko Haram. There's some intelligence doing it.
Now, Sheikh, let me ask you, because the National Security Advisor is Dasuki. He's from the north. Yeah. Are you saying that he's aware of all these things and, one, he couldn't do anything, or he's part of that conspiracy to make these things happen?
No.
How is it that he's there and these things are happening?
No, these things happen when it was happening in Kaduna, Kano, and other things. You know, when it was in the peak, he was not in position. And you know, if there is such a plan, because we suspected Azazi, and I can remember vividly when he was even there, I spoke in the mosque. A month later, he was removed from the position, and Sambo Dasuki was brought in as the NSA. Sambo Dasuki, when he came as the NSA, now for the first time since when the inception of this regime, we have somebody we know that can have access to secret intelligence. But the fact that he's there in that position, the attacks abated and stopped completely, or gradually stopped, because there is somebody now who can look into the secrecy behind this. We are not saying it's the whole armed forces, but agents, as the Obasanjo described. Some snipers and some in the security apparatus working all together to destabilize Nigeria.
Now, Obasanjo said that he's willing to die if that is the price to pay for speaking up. Do you think that we've got to that point where people will now have to prepare to die if they have to say things in Nigeria?
If Obasanjo, who is the last person that should make that statement, because being the person that imposed this man will make such a statement, then the issue is grievous. The issue is big. We are going into something else. And you can see how he concluded his letter, that such a letter, such a redress can even incur his, and it can cost him his life.
Yeah, some people are saying that Obasanjo committed treason, something almost like a treason for writing that letter. Do you agree?
What?
Okay. I was saying that people are saying that the people on the other camp are saying that what Obasanjo did was not right, that he should have tried a different approach to reach the president instead of writing a letter and copying some other leaders who obviously meant...
That was the fourth letter. That was the fourth one. They didn't read the letter well. You write somebody on a very important issue, national issue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times without giving you answer, then what Obasanjo did is absolutely right. Obasanjo has faulted Nigerians in many ways, but this, what he did now, I hope it will save Nigeria from...
You think this is enough to redeem Obasanjo's own flaws?
Yes, it can redeem Obasanjo because he is courageous. I expect all those retired generals that are languishing or living in luxurious buildings, and I thought they would come out and speak against what is happening in Nigeria. Nobody did. So I hail this man, and I'm ready to forgive him for all the things he did against Nigeria.
Now, we also read that 2 days ago, I think, Obasanjo met with Jonathan in Nairobi, Kenya. Were you concerned that after writing this letter, he went back to meet with the president?
No problem. He can do that. He can do it, all what he does. He has done his things to expose the government. He has done his... I don't want him to continue to fight. No, let him cool down the polity, but everybody should understand now. So Jonathan, 3 options. The first one is tolerable and better. And I'm sure in America, if such a thing will come out, I'm sure a president will resign. So that peace will prevail in the nation. Why this? Why the insistent killing of people? Why the corruption? People are poor here, poor.
So let me ask you, because it's something that troubles people. If Jonathan had fired the aviation minister, would this letter have been received the way Nigerians received it?
No, it wouldn't have the impact. But the security aspect will have an impact, especially in the northern area. You can imagine now Nigeria is divided into 2 countries, the north and the south. In the north, it's all over. You have police and soldiers blocking roads, disturbing business and flow. And you know the Nigerian soldiers, how they are. They are not trained to be cautious with people. So in such a situation, yes, it will have been lesser in degree if he has fired that and also dealt with, what do you call it, corruption. What you can see.
Now, the presidency promised that President Jonathan will respond. If nothing happens, like in other cases, what should be the next thing that should take place?
What I'm saying, I'm always in contact with people. And even you can test this man, if he says he's going to continue, especially to contest in 2015 election. 1, he's going to wreck PDP. And this is not healthy for Nigeria. We want 2 strong parties, like we have the Republican and the Democratic Party, America, so that the other party will check the other party. We don't want one lopsided, one heavy party alone. We want 2 parties at least strong enough to check each other so that will reduce the excesses, especially in rigging and other things in government. So he's going to wreck, what do you call it, PDP. then he may try to use the armed forces to control election. But this time, he will not succeed. It's not like the former time. Because truly, I'm speaking to you, truly, nobody will allow himself to be ruled again by a rigged election. No way. There is no way. We here, we have decided nobody will rule us again with a rigged election.
So you think there's a structure in place to stop rigging?
What we hope is the other party, which is becoming strong, APC.
Sheik, we have
also with almost 16 governors, they should be able to check the other party.
Sheik, we have.
And the people would not.
Go ahead.
And people will not accept to be ruled again by force. No way. Look at people in Egypt, men and women. Look at people in Syria. They cannot be ruled by the gun. Nigeria have reached this stage. Nobody can rule us with the gun. So he should better either resign or, but election to rig election and you rule by gun. No way.
Sheik,
enough.
Sheik, we are running out of time. Let me ask you, Obasanjo copied Babangida, Abdulsalami, Ekweme, and Danjuma in this letter. What does that say about his viewpoint about people in Nigeria? If he's actually doing this for the interest of the country, why didn't he go beyond the core PDP people? Because this might be settled as a family affair within the PDP, and the nation is again left hanging. What do you think about that?
I think if you read the letter, what he means that Jonathan, the president, can also refer back to these people because they have almost the same complaint like him. Only that they didn't make it public. If I can understand why he wrote. So, yes, let it be a PDP affair. Let PDP know that if this man insists he's going to force himself, not through democratic ways, force himself on the party, is going to destroy the party. And there's already another party which is forming, will be strong, and that party will definitely win a general election, because I can tell you the whole of the northern states and the southwestern states, I'm telling you, without any doubt, nobody will vote for Jonathan. They have used the religion, the sectional, the tribal, and the regional differences before, but now people have seen light. We want peace. Everybody wants to live in Nigeria peacefully.
Now, one last question. There were a lot of stories about corruption in Nigeria in the last 1 week, including the letter from the central bank governor to the president, alleging that NNPC did not repatriate about 8 trillion naira to the federal account. How did you take that when you read that?
Well, it doesn't concern me much in Nigeria because I know a lot of people have been stealing money left, right, and center. What concerns us more is about the security situation in Nigeria. Okay. That's what is more. Because Nigeria has a lot of wealth. I know they can still whatever they want, but still there will be something left. But let them leave Nigerians in peace.
But don't you think that part of this stealing is what encourages some people to take arms and think that's the solution?
It's part of it. But unfortunately, corruption is so entrenched, especially in this regime. And what still, the president is saying we need a national conference, and at the same time, in the same breath, he's selling Nigerian assets. You say the nation is sick. Then you are selling the assets. You go to a hospital, see a sick man on the bed, and you are selling out his belongings. To who?
Okay, Sheik Gumi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was Sheik Gumi talking about the Obasanjo letter to President Jonathan. When we come back, we are going to talk to Pastor Tunde Bakare, who also will discuss the same topic. Stay tuned.